Continuing to wind down our First and 10 Trophy Tour, we're here at LCA with Coach Frank Rocco. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you, Eric.
Here on behalf of Gideon Davidson, the electrifying, the one and only, of course. So he was our Player of the Week for Week 5, but also proud to announce he's our First and 10 Player of the Year for yet another accomplished year, but also a great career as well. So on his behalf, I'll give this one to you.
Thank you.
First off, we'll start with this past season. He took yet another step in development, and I feel like leadership was really on his shoulders a lot more. Can you speak to just how he helped you guys in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously has progressed from the early days to his senior year of graduation. He's got that natural ability, certainly, but his football IQ, there were aspects of his game that he really worked on very hard this past year, pass protecting, getting a little bigger and stronger. And so, I mean, they paid dividends. His last 2 seasons were really outstanding and recognized as the Virginia Gatorade Player of the Year this year. And so we're just blessed to be able to have him in our program.
Of course, we had tons of great athletes from this past year in particular, and it was a tough choice to narrow this thing down. But I think, as you mentioned at the end of there, to be recognized as the state Gatorade Player of the Year, when that news came through, I would imagine you kind of thought, yeah, man, he deserves it. It kind of makes sense. But at the same time, he carries himself so humbly. How was that when he received that news there?
Yeah, well, actually, he was already down at Clemson when we received the news. I had to call him, and that really was, I mean, you know how you set some goals and things that kind of help you push along in your career. Well, that was always one in the back of his mind, that he wanted to win. And and so he was elated whenever I called him and told him that he won it. We have a nice banner in our weight room there that kind of commemorates the winning of that award. But yeah, he's been a humble, servant leader from day one. You know, I can still remember back in 2nd grade going down and watching him through the peephole in the PE in the gymnasium when the elementary kids were in there. And I've heard about this superstar athlete that's coming up through the system, you know. And I would go down and sure enough, man, it went so fast. But to have him now being able to do his thing at Clemson is a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment.
Yeah, I believe, I don't know if I've seen a turnaround as quick as his. He, first off, led you guys to another state title. So you go back to back there. I believe it was that Monday. I saw pictures already. He was already at Clemson. Him and Easton Ware, of course. That quickly to get to work, what does that say about his fortitude and his mental attitude to say, hey, you know what, let's go, I'm ready?
Yeah, we actually, myself and a couple of our staff members went down to Clemson 2 weeks ago for, they had a spring coaches clinic down there, and we were able to see Gideon and Easton and watch them in practice and things like that. And I'll tell you what, there's not a better place that is suited for both of those guys. They will excel there, and to see Gideon, you know, carrying the ball, you know, Cade Klubnik, who's the first team All-American quarterback, you know, handing the ball off to him and throwing him balls, and you know, he represented well. It wasn't like, oh wow, that kid's a high school kid, you know. He looked like he fit right in.
Wow. Has the physique always been there? Because I joke with folks, I'm like, I feel like he's been chiseled since, like, you know, middle school.
That's what I said. In 2nd grade, you know, looking at this kid, you know, out there in the gym floor against all the other little 2nd graders, I mean, he's been a man amongst boys ever since then, you know.
Of course, he left his impact here in a big way. One of the best in the state in terms of overall career numbers and where he stands. I believe over 8,000 all-purpose yards. I was looking at over 140 some touchdowns. Bigger than that, though, what impact did he leave with your younger guys and on the program in terms of how to carry yourself and then how to represent as well?
Yeah, I mean, he was a model teammate. You know, certainly a leader, was a member of our leadership committee here, you know, basically all of his years here. But, you know, but just his day-to-day interaction with his own teammates, with other students in school. I mean, we're our school's a K through 12 school. So I mean, as Gideon walks down to the cafeteria every day and walks through the elementary school, I mean, there's little kids running through the hallway to go and touch them and high five them. And so, I mean, he's been a figurehead to our school and our program for a long time, and he did it very well.
Behind every great player is a great coach as well. What was it like being able to have a part in his development and you and your staff as well?
Yeah, I mean, I said we were so blessed, but he had 2 older brothers that both played in our program. So over a period of a 10-year period, we had Davidsons in our program, and Josh, the older, went on to play at Indiana Wesleyan, and then Caleb, the middle one, is out in the world just working right now. But I think he wants to get back into it now. Yeah. And now Gid down at Clemson. So they all have made a tremendous impact. The Davidson family is a tremendous family and was a great support of our program. Coaching them, all 3 of the boys, Gideon specifically, was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, really.
Yeah. When you got towards the end of this past season, were you looking to see, all right, is there one more Davidson around?
Well, it's funny, we just had our ring ceremony just last Thursday, and although Gideon and Easton weren't there, I invited both of the sets of parents to come because they lived this with our team and other parents and stuff. And I mentioned to Brian Davidson, which is Gideon's dad, from the podium, I talked out to the audience. I said, this is the last time, for a Davidson being in the program. They do have a grandson that will be coming up in the JV. Okay. So we'll kind of keep some genetics in the program. That's right. Yeah, but they were a great family, and they will be truly missed.
Yes, indeed. Coach, we appreciate your time.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for doing this on behalf of Gideon. We send our congrats to him. And, of course, as I mentioned, he got some good work in the Clemson spring game just a few weeks ago. So we're excited to see what the future lays out for him in college as well. So
I mean, I think, he will represent Central and Southwest Virginia in a way that we all will be very proud of them, and same with Easton. But well, thank you so much, Eric, for all you guys do for high school football in this area, and hopefully we can do it again next year.
Indeed, well deserved. Coach, we appreciate you. Thank you.